This is a podcast from the Queen City Podcast Network.
Art Star is a Sith, and he has very sexy thigh meat.
TBJ is a badass.
Joe is a real man.
Professor Andy likes donuts.
So, Ed,
yeah,
since you joined us late,
I did.
Hit us with some of your nerdy stuff.
What you been up to, nerdy?
What you been up to?
Not a whole lot, really. It's been. I don't want to go into real life stuff, but we've over the last few weeks we've lost. We had 2 dogs, and now we have no dogs. One of them was unfortunately a 15-year-old dog that was suffering, and we love that little guy, but he had this giant tumor growing in. Anyway, it was really sad. And then the other dog was a service dog in training that we were raising as a puppy for like the last 14 months, and we had to take her to Orlando to go to her advanced training to figure out if she's going to be a service dog or not. So it's just been kind of busy and sort of sad to have no dogs.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your puppers.
Yeah, I don't mean to bum anybody out, but that's just kind of
It's real life. We're allowed to have real life.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the nerdiest stuff I do right now is the game of Heroclix. I still collect a lot of, which is like a miniature game, like elaborate chess with superheroes.
Have you got any new ones recently?
Oh, sure. I've got a little Thanos right here with the Infinity Gauntlet. I got a Miss America Chavez.
So did you know when you get these, do you know who you're getting? Or do you just like get a box like, ooh, I wonder who's inside?
It depends on how you're buying it. If you buy, like, they sell them in bricks of like 10 or 12 boosters. Each booster has like 5 figures in
so
it.
when you get the booster, you know what you're getting.
You know what set you're getting. You don't know what specifically you're going to get until you open it.
Oh, okay.
But then you can.
So it's like a blind bag.
Yeah.
Or blind box.
But you can also say, all right, I'm going to go on eBay and look for the specific ones I want and just buy those that way. Sometimes they're cheap. Sometimes they're stupid expensive.
Isn't it better to just get the blind box and be like, oh, cool. What do I get?
Yeah, that's more fun. It's just busting out 10 or 12 boosters and opening them up and seeing what they do. And even my wife likes to open the boosters and see what she gets. And she'll play with me sometimes because there's a bunch of animals. Like there's a whole bunch of little dogs that they've made, like a dog pool and Lobo's bulldog and Cosmo and you remember from Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. She usually likes to play the goofy animal stuff. So that's kind of fun. I just haven't gotten to play much lately. I've just been amassing them.
How many Heroclix would you say you have now, approximately?
Don't make me count.
Off the top of your head, how many would you say you have?
At least 12, because the game has been
12 new ones or 12?
It's a lot. The game's been going since like 2002, and I've been.
How many would you say you bought recently?
Recently,
I gave you all of mine. I know.
Yeah,
and I had like a paper bag, grocery bag filled with them.
Yeah,
and that was just. I only played for like maybe a year. I got into it because Andy taught me when I lived in Chicago. It's been a long time.
Yeah, and you had an unpleasant nerd experience trying to get into that game.
Yeah,
with toxic gatekeeping nerds.
I think we talked about that maybe on an early episode of Nerd School, like right towards
the beginning. Went to the comic shop and they weren't nice to you. I remember that.
Yeah, they were like, I can't remember. I just
Joe.
Yeah, and I felt well. In hindsight, I was I did a stupid move and didn't know how to play really that well, but they were just
Yeah,
like,
but you welcoming environment to welcoming environments. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
it definitely
came
was
into a space and you're
intimidating.
like, I don't know a lot about this, but I'd like to learn and hang out with you guys.
Yeah,
The courteous thing to do would be like, welcome in, which is what
yeah.
some spaces should be. Most spaces should be.
And I
Yeah.
think there were people that were not, that they were welcoming and nice and whatever, but it was just the guys I was I played against were just
Yeah.
kind of
Men.
stupid. And then I was like, and I like, what am I doing here? And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, and I just like, already it's like, I guess I've just always felt like I'm not nerdy enough to go. Like, that's why I've never gone before, because I'm like, I don't fit in, and I don't even know the right questions to ask. I don't even know. I'm afraid to say anything because I'm going to sound so stupid. And I still feel that. Like, there's a cool comic shop right by where I work now. And a guy at work was telling me about, hey, I'm going to this comic shop in Cornelius. It's got a great name. I was like, yeah, it's right by my work. And so I went in there one day just 'cause I had a little bit of downtime. And I was like, I don't even know what to look for. Like, I don't even know, like, what is half of this shit. Like, there's just boxes and boxes of things that I don't. Is that a game or is it a puzzle or is it a role play? Like, I don't even know what these are. Like, it's just boxes of stuff that I, for some reason, want. I don't know. Like, I want these. These things all
Because
look
they look cool.
but I have no idea what any of it really is. Like, is it a Warhammer type of game or is it just a board game? Is it like, Parcheesi?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what any of this shit is. And then there's comic books, but it's like I'm so far removed from comic books, like I don't even know who any of these characters are, or is this new stuff? And then there's like,
Just look at the covers and be like, what speaks to me?
well,
What speaks to me?
and then there's like bins in the back of just like stuff, and people are just like shuffling. They know exactly what they're looking for. I'm like, how do you even know what's in there? Like, what are you even looking? Like, it doesn't have anything. If there's no like direction, I'm like, you have to just know.
Well, just
And I don't even know
here.
what to ask. Like, I don't even know what to ask the guy. Like, the guy, can I help you? I was like, I don't know. I don't know what the
You
fuck
should
I'm
just
doing.
walk in there and be like, I've met Larry Hama and I'm taking a picture with him.
Yeah, I know Larry
What
Hama
can you
personally.
do for me?
No, I
And
just
they'll probably escort you to the G.I. Joe section. Here it is.
well, and the other
G.I.
thing
Joe.
is ADD is a problem. Like, it's just like I want all of it. I want to know about all of it. I just wish I don't know, that old Twilight Zone where the guy at the end of the world comes, the guy's finally got a chance to read. He's like he's a million books everywhere, and he's like,
Oh,
this
I
is
saw that one.
all I've
Yeah.
ever wanted is endless time, and I have it. And then his glasses are broken, and he can't read anything. He's, fuck. That's what I just want: endless time to like see everything and do everything. Like when you guys were talking about those books and even that comic shop show, I want to watch that. I want to read that book. I want to listen to that book. But I've recently realized I can't listen to audiobooks while I'm driving anymore because I don't pay attention. I go the wrong way on the highway. I'm like, oh shit, I took
You're
the wrong.
so into
I'm just
what
so
you're doing.
distracted into it that I'm like, oh fuck, I was supposed to get off 10 minutes ago. Where am I? And then I got to turn around and go back. And so it's like, unless I'm on a long trip and I really know it. But I love audiobooks. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just
Yeah,
there's
that's
You
what
have a deep desire to want to know everything all at
Yeah.
one time, which
Yeah.
stresses you out.
right.
And
Which
you don't have
stresses
to know it
me
all at
out
once.
with you stressed out because I'm like, it's you go in and you linger. If I walk into a comic shop, I'm just browsing. I'm just looking.
Yeah.
If something catches my eye, I'm in it. But otherwise, I'm just there to browse. It's just like clothes shopping. I'm coming in. I'm here off vibes. I have no purpose if I'm in a nerd space or not, other than to be there and soak it in. You just have a desire, like, I gotta know it all now.
Yeah, I want, and then I find if there's something I really like, I want all of it. I want to know all of it. Like I was just watching with my mom. I was watching on her. She's got a or it's a Netflix. I think it's Netflix, and we were watching. There's a new series called Death by Lightning about James Garfield.
That's supposed to be so good.
It is really good. And it's a lot of big name actors in it. Who, of course, I can't think any of their names.
Michael Shannon.
Yeah, Michael Shannon's he's James Garfield. But that whole story of James Garfield, he was assassinated. I was into presidents for a while. He was assassinated by Charles Guiteau, and that whole thing is like, and so this it's a 4-part series, and it follows both of their lives, like the president and the assassin, like what's going on in the assassin's life, what's going on in the president's life. And that time was so fascinating. 1880s, it was like after Lincoln and everything, and just but still like Reconstruction and everything, and then still like horse and buggies, and still that time where everyone's got bowler hats, and there's no I don't know. It's just a weird time that people don't really. It's like you hear about Lincoln and then you hear about like JFK. Like you never hear about that in between. And this thing was like there was no Secret Service. There was no
Nope.
protection. Like you could just walk up to the president. Anybody could and just shoot him. Like it was just like it was amazing they didn't do it before. But this guy was nuts. So he thought he was part of the campaign, and he kept trying to get a job with him. He was like, "Hey, I'm a great orator," but he was like schizophrenic and or nuts. Like, so, and like he stole money from his family and took off. Anyway, it's just really interesting. What was my point? Oh, but I kept having to pause and be like, did that really happen? Did Chester A. Arthur really say that? I had pause and I got to look it up. What did Chester A. Arthur, how did he know this guy? And then see how much of it is from the truth. And I was like, oh, I forgot about this historical figure. Was he president then? I thought he was president after so and so. And I got to look up who was, and it was
So
just like,
how are you enjoying it
That's
then?
nerd shit.
I'm fact checking every 5 seconds, but that's it. It's like my mom was just like, I fell asleep because you kept pausing it. I was like, oh, I gotta look it up right now. But that's part of even with Marvel, I gotta pause it and be like, oh, who's that character? I can't wait to the end to find out. Like, I watched Fantastic Four. That's nerdy. Finally came to Disney Plus, and I was like, I figured since it's supposedly set in the 50s or whatever it is, I didn't know it was a whole different Earth. Spoiler.
Yeah.
But I thought, oh, I can watch it. So, but even that, I was like, oh, they have a kid? I didn't know they had a kid. Oh, who's Franklin Richards? Oh, who's that tune out to be? Expecting it's going to be like Mega Man or something. And I still didn't really find anything out about that. But it was like,
Franklin Richards is hard to explain.
well, and then looking
Franklin
up,
Richards is literally him and Wanda in the comics are literally like the some of the most powerful beings in the
Because
Marvel
they
universe.
can warp reality. And it's the idea. Well, not that we want to get off on
we'll
Franklin
get into
Richards,
that.
but yeah,
Cosmic, and then the female Silver Surfer. I was like, oh, was there one in the and then I looked up that, and then but the name sounded familiar. The
Shalabal.
Shalabal and Shalahal and Shala. I thought there was a couple of them, and then they're heralds, and how that works is interesting.
Yeah, Shalabal was Norin Rad, the comic book Silver Surfer, that
Yeah.
was his beloved on Zenla, and he made the deal to become Silver Surfer to spare his planet. So
Right.
From Galactus.
And so she did the same thing.
Yeah, this is basically a different dimension where like, all right, well, we technically they already did Silver Surfer in the
right.
the
So
old
that's why they
Fantastic
did, yeah.
Four
The
sequel.
one that I made you guys
So,
watch.
yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I just love
And it was well done, and like Silver Surfer was pretty well done in that movie. Galactus was not, but
in that old
and
movie,
Doom
yeah.
was not, but Silver Surfer, like they did a lot of cool shit with Silver Surfer in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember thinking
But anyway,
it really felt like an alien. Anyway, so that's nerdy shit too. So I just kind of roundabout got into some nerdy stuff that I've been doing.
all right, let me
yeah.
just to maybe make you feel a little better about, walking into a nerd store and not knowing what to do. Look, my nerd journey, I've always been kind of a nerd, but
I ain't never nerd.
yeah,
You've always
yeah.
been a nerd.
Yeah. Like I spent high school trying really hard not to be a nerd and then realizing this is dumb.
Because they didn't have the cool. I mean, they didn't have like people didn't embrace it like they do now. Like it was like there was no way to be nerdy and cool. Although I think there was. But we
People
didn't know
would just hit it.
My older brother Brian kind of demonstrated the D&D life.
Yeah, he kind of did it.
It was just exposed me to it. Yeah.
And then he didn't give a fuck what anybody thought of him. But he was more like demon guy. I don't know.
Yeah, he was metal dude, D&D guy.
Well, we came from a small white trash school. So I think part of that is the problem too.
And every sitcom I saw, which was supposed to be teaching me how I'm supposed to live.
Well, that's who raised us, the television.
You have to be cool. You can't be a nerd, or else you're a piece of shit.
So Skippy.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be Skippy. Everyone mocks the nerdy guy.
Arvid or Urkel.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
Although Urkel, I guess, was sort of I guess eventually kind of helped turn the nerd stigma
Really,
around.
because he gave us Stefan. So it's
Yeah,
still
that's
mixed
true.
messaging, right? Because
That's true.
everyone loved him when he changed.
Yeah. No one liked him as Urkel. They liked him when he went into a magic personality machine and became
Stefan.
Stefan Urkel. And that's when the girl he loved, Laura, loved him.
Oh, my love.
But anyway, what I'm saying, like when I first started in college, I was like, all right, I think I have enough money. I can buy one comic book. Before that we had, that big
Yeah.
issue of the Incredible Hulk, Rampaging
Yeah.
Hulk with MODOK and the Harpy and Beast and all that.
Right.
And we had like maybe a couple of issues of random issues of Iron Man floating around, a couple of Spider-Mans, and we hadn't really gotten into it. I did collect the Marvel Transformers series for a while, like in junior high, but when that stopped, I kind of wasn't. And I tried to do X-Men for like a little while in 8th grade, but I got like 10 issues. Then I was like, I couldn't really get to the comic store and didn't have money.
Yeah. We
But
didn't have
it's
money
like,
or transportation.
right. So like in college, we had a grounds for thought, or there was a place that sold comics.
There was a comic
That,
shop next to it. I think the coffee shop.
yeah, yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to have one comic book. I like comics, but at that time, Spider-Man was going through the Clone Saga, which is I'm not gonna get into, but it was basically there were like 6 different Spider-Man series, and they were all crossing over with each other, doing this really complicated story about uh, Peter Parker turns out to not really be Peter Parker. He's been a clone since, some issue in 1978 or whatever, and it was all really convoluted. And
Great.
I
Now I got
didn't,
to read all that. Now I got to start at the beginning.
yeah. And everyone was mad about it. Nerds were fiery pissed about that
Oh,
because
they were.
are you
See, I
saying
love
Peter
that.
Parker? Yeah, Peter Parker. I haven't the Peter Parker I've been reading all throughout the 80s has actually been
So
the
my childhood
clone.
has been a lie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like I don't know I don't know where to start here. I know some stuff, but not enough. And so, but that also happened to be the first issue of a new series set in 2099. They were trying this new Marvel thing. Here's a whole world, Spider-Man 2099, who you may remember if you saw the Miles Morales Spider-Man movies. Uh,
Oh,
he was in the second one of those.
oh,
But like it was like, okay, this is a number one. It's in a whole new world
yeah.
that there's nothing to
Foil
catch up on.
cover.
Yeah, it had a foil cover because that was big at the time. But uh, like you just look for like a number one of something.
All right. A dumb guy question here.
Yeah,
What's a foil cover?
they it's just like a real shiny special effects cover. Like they'll do some weird embossing or some shit
Is it like
on the
made
cover.
of foil, like aluminum foil?
No, it's not crumbly like that.
Oh, okay.
It's like a harder cardboard and it's made really shiny and reflective and it looks like, ooh, look at this, it's really shiny.
Like the whole cover is all that.
Just the cover, just the
Okay.
front cover. I guess they could do the back cover if they want. But in the early 90s, comic books kind of got real hot for a while and everyone was speculating like, oh, I can get all the new shit. Like fucking Spike Lee made a goddamn commercial about Rob Liefeld, the shittiest fucking comic book guy in the history of shitty comic book guys. Like Spike, so many better choices. But um
Yeah,
the
foil
like it
cover
was
thing.
yeah, it was kind of a thing like just we want to make these comics seem more collectible. So let's make them shiny. Let's do these cool covers.
Shiny logo.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah, shiny. Yeah, from Snap says that shiny.
yeah. It's basically that. You get your backgrounds on Marvel Snap cards, they're foil backgrounds. That's kind of what it looks like. Like
I like the gold foil.
yeah. Like they did a set of the Age of Apocalypse series. They had a gold foil
Oh,
covers on some of those.
I see. Like if you move it, it kind of has a prism type of thing.
Yeah, a
Right.
little bit.
Okay.
It's completely
We don't
useless.
have to talk about this anymore. I just didn't.
Yeah.
just want to picture what you're talking about. So I'll let you get back to where you're
Yeah.
going.
Anyway, let's
Bought this comic book.
yeah, and it was like that was the hook that got me in, because like the more you read, the more like they would reference something like, oh, what's this about, and then
And then you
they
go
don't do it
back
as
and
much anymore, but they'll put a little note saying as referenced in issue this of that, and then you can go, okay, so I know to look for that issue when I'm
and
trying
then
to figure out what
reading
this
that,
is.
then you'll want to go to a shop and then find that one. Is that why people like go and search for? I want to find
Yeah, sometimes it'll be like
because
that,
of
or other times
reference.
it's yeah, like
Oh,
some can reference other issues, like, oh, this, like you'll get that's why they do a lot of crossovers. Like you're reading a story and they'll sort of, wait, what's this about? And then sometimes they'll say, all right, check out this issue to know more about what they're
go
going for
see
here.
Aquaman number 14 from 1978. Then you
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
oh, I gotta find that.
Or
Okay.
you can tell me, they don't do as much of that anymore, like having the little
Marvel does it a
footnotes.
lot.
Oh, good, good.
DC doesn't do it as much
Right.
because DC does, and Jim Lee mentioned this. DC doesn't like to do long, drawn out stories. Like their DCKO series is like 5 issues. And they have like other books, but it's like you don't have to be like, see this, see that, see this, see. It doesn't end up being like you got to get a dry erase board and then write down issues and then try to pinpoint. I'm currently, because of Ando, like I want to read One World Under Doom,
Hmm.
but I don't want to just, because of Ando and you, Joe, I don't want to just start reading One World Under Doom. So I'm going back. So I have to read 8 Deaths of Spider-Man, where I could go even further back. But like Doom becomes the Sorcerer Supreme and gives Spider-Man basically like this power, like every time he dies, he such and such, whatever, whatever. So that's like a bunch of books that I have to read just to
Hmm.
get to One World Under Doom. But it's like there are other books that encompasses uh Doom becoming Sorcerer Supreme based out of this one series not too long ago where Blade was killing other like it's so much. But it's like read this, read that, read that, also read this. As seen in that, it's Marvel does it a whole hell of a lot still.
Yeah.
But
And it helps the
it
it
helps, but it also makes it so like, unless you have like Marvel Unlimited or unlimited, funds, yeah.
yeah,
If
yeah,
you
you
want to
can't.
keep the storyline going, you gotta really invest. Which is why I think Andy doesn't like Civil War, because Civil War was huge.
There's more reasons I don't like Civil War, but
But continue on, Andy. This was the
but
fun thing about this was
yeah,
this was supposed to be 30 minutes.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
I am incapable of abridging my thoughts sometimes.
It's
Short
okay.
story
It's
long.
okay. It's okay. This great content.
it is. I was just thinking, oh man, are we gonna find enough nerdy stuff to talk about?
Yeah,
We'll
I mean
always have
basically
enough nerdy stuff to talk
just to
about.
yeah, just to kind of shorten it, just like go to a store, just look at stuff. Don't feel like you have to understand everything. Just
Yeah.
kind of glance around through stuff and see what catches your eye. And like that's what when I really got into collecting comics full time was when I had moved to San Francisco and I was just looking around, downtown San Francisco where I was working. I
Uh-huh.
found this place called Jeffrey's Toys. They had comics. I went wandering in there, just looking around at some comic books, and I saw Deadpool #4. I had no idea who Deadpool was, but it was like his first original series, or ongoing series, and he was like on the Hulk's shoulders. And I liked the Hulk at that point because I'm familiar with the Hulk enough. And he was on the Hulk's shoulders going Deadpool smash. And I was like, well, that seems silly. And then I looked around, I flipped through it a little bit, and at one point he jumps up and tries to stab the Hulk in the chest and calls him a jolly green mouth breather. And I thought that was funny enough that I like, all right, I need to know more about what this guy's about. So it was only #4. So I went and found 1, 2, and 3. So I was like, all right, I have Deadpool 1 through 4. I'm gonna go read this, and then that really kind of hooked me into everything else. I was like, all right, now I don't know what this is. That looks cool. That looks kind of cool. And I had some money to spend at that point. So I could start just reading a lot of stuff, and the more you read, the more you want to read because you're getting the full story of the whole universe. And that's what hooked me in full time. That and finding out that the Hulk uh, has multiple personalities, and one of them likes to dress in pinstripe suits and break legs for mobsters in Las Vegas. And he goes by Joe Fix It. That's awesome. Just like, what, like, there's a mobster Hulk? That's great. I want to read more about that. So just
Okay.
just float in, look for something that's interesting. Like well, I don't know what this is. And some of those games, those are they're really expensive,
Yeah.
but so that's discouraging. Like, yeah, all right, I'm not going to find out what this is because there's a price barrier to that.
Or
But
you can just use your phone, scan it, see what it is, and like, oh, cool, that's what this game is.
yeah,
Yeah.
Watch someone play it. You don't have to buy it.
yeah, yeah, you got the phones now. You can look at Larry. What is
That's
this?
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a game. That's this. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Give
yeah, just
yourself a break. Don't feel the pressure.
I know you're obsessed with timelines and starting from the beginning, but you got to be able to just kind of jump in
Somewhere,
Yeah.
midstream
sometimes.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I mean,
because
And
we're
then,
going
and then
on.
even with comic books now, a lot of times with comic books, they make them where you know they know that they're getting new people reading comics. So sometimes they'll create uh new storylines where you can just jump right in. And they say, well, you don't even have to know this character. Like this is a great starting point for someone who's new to comics or new to the character because you'll kind of get a little bit of the backstory, but then you like once you're reading it, like, okay, I know what this character is about. And then you're like, oh, well, let me go from this, let me pick up maybe this person's origin story or some of their older issues. Then like DC has like their DC compact classics that they do, where these are like almost like trade paperbacks, but without trade paperbacks, they're smaller, like $10. You get like old stories and shit. So you don't have to WWF it or like want to read G.I. Joe from the very beginning to
which
sit there and be like,
I am still doing that. I found this library thing of it's got the compendium of like the first 50 issues of GI Joe, and I never when I was a kid I never read past like 10. I had like a 1 through 10 or whatever, and
but like I
so
mean you
yeah,
read some of the newer stuff though, right?
yeah, I did start reading those, and I was kind of reading
And
those
like
too.
even
Uh,
this newer stuff, it reintroduces the G.I. Joe lore. So
yeah, yeah, and I like that.
it's
That's
not
a whole
like you're
different
like
thing. Yeah,
yeah. So if
but
someone who's
yeah,
never read G.I. Joe, they can just start reading it
yeah,
and be
yeah,
like, oh, this is what the G.I. Joe is. This is what the Mars Corporation is. Oh, this is who Destro is. It's not like
yeah.
I must go all the way back to find out what a dastardly person Destro is.
Yeah,
You know?
I do enjoy kind of. I've always enjoyed kind of the reflection of history in pop culture. Like when you watch something and you realize, oh, this was made during this time, and you can kind of pick up a reflection of what's actually happening in society. Like the
Hmm.
influence of what, especially in like comics and like wrestling. We talk about that all the time. Like, wow, Vince McMahon clearly, during Desert Storm, Sergeant Slaughter was a evil like loved Saddam, turned soldier, loved Saddam Hussein, and America was Hulk Hogan became the real American and waving a flag, and that's when Andy wore dog tags to school all the time. It's like you say, oh, that was during Desert Storm, or
Oh
this is
God, I
during
forgot
this
about that.
era.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just different things, like just oh, that's when that was. So like reading these GI Joe comics, it's like they'll talk about Pee Wee Herman, and so it's like that's when Pee Wee Herman was big. They'll mention stupid pop culture things that are
Like the Avengers were on Late Night with David Letterman once.
oh yeah
Uh, yeah,
in
there's
the comics.
yeah, in the
Oh,
comics
yeah.
that like David Letterman's like his actual David Letterman fucking head is and then Captain America had to
Yeah.
deal with Nixon
Yeah.
being Nixon during Watergate, and I think Nixon was heavily implied to be the leader of this shadowy cabal of evil jerks called the Secret Empire. I don't know if they ever officially declared that, but he had to deal with Ronald Reagan and things like that. So I guess, Captain America didn't agree with what Reagan wanted him to do, so he quit being Captain America and just put on a black version of his outfit and called himself the Captain. And uh, yeah, it's interesting to reflect on things, but you can just jump in the middle, enjoy the story that's being told, and then figure out if you want to know more, and you can read earlier stuff, and like it'll help inform what you read later.
Yeah.
Like and Heroclix, the game I was just talking about, is starting to play. That is whatever got me into DC comics at all. I've never really read much DC at all. But I started looking around in a comic shop and saw characters like, wait a minute, there's that one dude played that. I recognize that guy from Heroclix. What is this guy about? The Blue Beetle. I don't know anything about Blue Beetle. And then you pick up stuff and start reading new stuff that way. Anything that hooks you on to the new thing is just feel free to, jump in, enjoy the moment that they're telling. The whole thing with continuity can be really daunting, and sometimes writers kind of feel like it's a straitjacket. And on one hand, yes, it kind of restricts what you can do, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun to try to make shit work with established history. Some people can't do that and just kind of shit on everything, which is kind of what Civil War was, and Brian Michael Bendis did for a while. But I won't veer off into that shit.
Yeah. So, well, this has been good. I mean, I think we all have been doing some, of course, nerdy stuff, because you can't. What is it? You can take the nerd out of the podcast, but you can't take the nerd out of the.
You can take the podcast out of the nerd. You can't take the nerd out of the I don't know.
Right.
We're all still nerds at our core. Even if we're not recording, we're still doing nerdy things because that's just who we are.
Okay. Well, we've gone as far as we can go. It's been. How is this? How's this been an hour?
Because if we do nothing else.
Because I talked for a while and I take forever.
Well, I miss you, TBJ. I miss TBJ.
Me too. Me too.
We all miss TBJ.
Yeah.
I know I haven't seen any of you guys in 1,000 years.
Yeah. We need to do a live.
Because I stopped working with Andy and Art and left.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't seen them. So people listening don't think I just abandoned you.
Yes.
I stopped working there. So I can have some free time, which is the self-care I need.
Yeah.
And Joe left a long time ago. So I don't see
too.
Joe. Even though Joe lives the closest to me.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
true.
seeing Joe.
And Andy's my brother, so I still see him. And then Art and
I haven't seen you in person, I don't think, since you left. It's just been on Marco Polos and stuff.
Is that right? I guess that might be right.
Or did I come down there once and remember I came down there, we came down there and stopped by.
I wasn't home. Yeah, we were.
Audrey slammed the door in my face, so I left.
Yeah. We didn't know you were there. We didn't know that was you. Like Audrey, my daughter sits in the living room in her underwear sometimes watching TV on her blanket, and there was like a knock on the door, and she was like, "Oh, who was that?" She slammed the door and just shut the door and just went back to. And then Andy, we saw a message like 10 minutes later. Andy was like, "Hey, I'm at your house. Where are you?" And we didn't see it till later. And so that was Audrey slammed the door on you.
Yeah,
because we do live an hour away from each other.
Right.
I mean, you're on the other side of Charlotte.
Yeah,
on the cool side.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would call this the cool side. We are cool.
Yeah, definitely not.
We are not on the cool side. So what I'm hearing is we need to find one of these places that do these holiday throwback movies, and we need a date.
We should go. Yeah, we should go see a throwback movie, and then we record. I'll bring my little Zoomer, and we'll record our reaction to it. That's what we should do. Is all go.
Don't threaten me with a good time. I'll look for one.
Yeah, and then we go to like a diner and order
Mel's Diner
breakfast and talk about it.
Mel's Diner,
French fries.
So everyone can listen to us eat.
I was just gonna say the damn Waffle House.
Well, remember like on the 70s show, those scenes where they I guess they're supposedly smoking weed, where it just flash pans to everybody. I can just pass my Zoom recorder around, like, okay, TBJ talk, and then she passes to Art, and then he passes to Andy.
All you're gonna do is shove it in my face when I'm starting to eat, so people hear me go.
That's ASMR. People like that.
No,
That
it's
and
not.
feet
They don't like
pics.
that.
That and feet pics they like. Anyway, that would be fun. I think we should do that. I don't know what places have movies. I think the Dowd Center
There are a
plays
few.
movies.
I'll look around. There's a
Yeah.
few bars. Camp North End still does an outdoor movie series, even in this weather. I'll look.
Okay.
Independent movie house.
Dowd Center in Monroe by us. Oh, Independent Movie Picture House. I think there's Dowd Center. I think they play some holiday movies. And I know a guy there now. So
you know the guy.
I know a guy. Actually, we should just look at what they have, and then those will be our movies if they have them.
I'll research. You'll research. We'll
Yeah.
research.
Just any old holiday movies.
I don't know. Do we need to
I feel like it's your pick, just like we do in the summer. Your pick is your pick.
All right.
And as dumb as I know Joe's pick is going to be, it's still his pick.
Santa Claus Conquers the Martians or something.
Whatever you want.
I don't know if I could watch that without the Mystery Science Theater version playing, but I might just go with the Guardians special since we're almost there at that point in the MCU anyway, and it would be like also getting us closer to the end.
The end is nigh. The end is nigh.
Or we'd all just watch Die Hard and do the classic "Is this a Christmas movie?" debate.
Lots of feels out there from people about that.
Yeah.
Good.
But I have seen like some streaming channel advertising, "Hey, we got a bunch of holiday movies," and they show John McClane jumping off that building. Like,
Yippee-ki-yay,
yeah,
Okay,
I'm for it.
Maybe they don't do theaters shows anywhere. Anyway, yeah, whatever you guys want to do, we'll figure it out. We'll do something, but we will be back. We're not dead. Nerd Hive, nerd. Don't we call them the Nerd Hive? Nerd Herd. We will be back, and now
scruffy-looking nerd herder.
Because it's been so long, TBJ will now say Excelsior for you guys.
You still won't.
Excelsior!
Rap about the president no more, but evidently they don't see we in the streets still poor. Still more incarceration of my kinsmen by the prisons, and people thinking this election to end it race.
The Nerd School Podcast is a product of History for Jerks and a member of the Queen City Podcast Network. Find out more about History for Jerks at historyforjerks.com.
History for Jerks.